Beautiful beings. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I have a very interesting topic to talk about today. Um, yeah, when you join me live, go ahead and say hello. I just got off training on how to figure out if you are a Venus morning star or evening star, kind of like going with the Venus cycles. I've been like so fascinated with that, and like I found out that I'm a morning star Venus, which I'm still learning about, but it makes so much sense in terms of like what I'm drawn to, what I'm interested in, how I do my work. Like it's so fascinating. Like I just love these ancient wisdom. I just love them. So if you're someone who loves ancient wisdom, let me know too. So, oh man, and even before that, like I came back from camping earlier this week, and we went to the sand dunes, and I love this place because for me it feels like, like it feels like heavenly. It's a heavenly energy there, even though when you look at it physically it feels like it should be more grounded, more earth based, but it always feels more heavenly for me. For example, like Sedona feels more earth based for me, and it's not even that linear. Like the sand dunes would be heaven earth, where Sedona would be earth heaven, right? So it's so fascinating. But every time I go to the sand dunes, like all my dreams, like I dream about my star family. I'm more connected with my star family. I feel like more gifts are awake and clarified. Like it's such a powerful, potent place for me. And when you look up in the sky and it looks like someone just threw like a whole bunch of diamonds up with the Milky Way so clear, with the new moon, it was just like priceless. It was just beautiful. And I left feeling so connected and so in tune and so just feeling so blessed to be able to have that experience with my family. So let's talk about today's topic. So, as you know, I'm putting together a multi-author book, and because of that, I'm having really delicious conversations with people who are interested, and I'm totally enjoying these conversations because I'm learning so much about what is happening. What is happening in the lives of people and also in the work of people, where the imbalances are, where the balances are, who's thriving, who's not, and why. Right. So this is one of the things that showed up, and like it was one person I was talking to, and I mean, this her story that she's ready to tell the world is incredible. Like it needs to be said, like it needs to be shared. And but then she didn't have the finances to support that, and she wasn't the only one that I've had that conversation with. So this got me thinking. Now here's the thing, I've been there before, so I understand, for me, the dynamic. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So if you feel like you have this amazing freaking gift, and it's not just one gifts, just if you feel like you have these amazing gifts to share with the world, but for some reason the resources are not showing up to enable you to have that bigger impact with the world, this is for you. I want you to look at a couple of things. This is very true for people who are more spiritual. You know why? Because there's an imbalance between the physical and the spiritual. People who are more physical, they get it. They get that financial basis. And so the money, usually that part is not like that's not where the imbalances are. You'll find the imbalances in the areas of more where spirit is more needed, right? But people who are more spiritual, for some reason, when it comes to money, whoo, it's like a whole topic we can talk about for like years, right? There's so much healing that needs to be done, and so much awakening. Actually, let's go beyond the healing. We know healing needs to be done there, but it's more of an awakening and an embodiment and an acceptance that it is okay for me to receive the resources that I need so I can expand my impact and share my gifts with more people. I'm seeing this now because I have been through that work, and I am in a different place. But I understand people who are there now because I have. I was the one, spirituality, if you followed me for a while, like that's my go-to. That's who I am. I came in spiritual. My mastery is in this lifetime. It's about mastering physicality, mastering being in my body, mastering everything that has to do with the physical reality. And perhaps for you, maybe you resonate with this, right? And I had to learn to do that. I started with my body. Money is an energy, right? But it's a physical energy. And if you have been ignoring that physical energetic side that is supposed to balance your spiritual side, most likely you're going to find this shortage of resources that should be flowing to you to support you. Here's the thing. I'm saying should be because it is flowing to you, but it's a matter of, do you have your channels open to receive it? Do you have a container to receive it? Or do you continue in, some of the things that I hear or feel like people might say who are more spiritual is like, oh, the divine will provide for me. The divine is always providing for us, but are you receiving it? And by me saying, are you receiving it? It's a matter of, are you in tune with your physicality? Let's start with the physical body. Are you moving your body? Right? Are you eating the right foods? Are you taking care of this physical vessel that is the container for all things divine? If you are a spiritual soul, your mastery, big time, has to do with this. You need to embrace what it means to be human, what it means to be physical, whatever that means to you. Your business is physical, right? We channel the concept of our business, the expression of our business from the spiritual realm, but we have to anchor it into the physical in order for it to expand and thrive and grow and enrich others and touch others, right? We need the earth. So if you're finding yourself like, I have this gift, I don't know why the money is not coming in, I'm doing the healing, I'm doing this, come back to your body. Come back to the physical reality. So it might look something like this, where these are just examples of the imbalances between spiritual and physical. Are you someone who meditates too much, but you don't move your body? Are you someone who, you're open to all the downloads, but you're not anchoring it into the earth? You're not implementing, you're not taking the steps that you need to take to make it happen. You're not following through physically. You just receive that beautiful download and you just hold on to it in hopes that download will just kind of like magically create itself physically. Remember, we are the bridge. This right here, this beautiful vessel, is the bridge between heaven and earth. So if there's some kind of blockage or imbalance between those two realms, you got to come back to here. What am I missing? Am I not moving my body enough? Am I not taking care of my health? Am I not paying attention to my relationships? Am I not paying attention to, my family? Well, like, what aspect of your spiritual life are you ignoring? I will ask you to start there. Start by just bringing that into your awareness. What part of my physical life? And here's the thing. Here's the beauty of this. This is why I just love the work that I do, and I love being in connection with the divine, is that the more you ask for what you want, so for example, asking for more money to come through, the more the divine will show you where the imbalance is and what you need to do to bring it back to balance. But most likely, perhaps you're ignoring it because you're missing that connection between, hey, you need to go to bed early in order to receive that amount of money or the income that you're requesting. Or you need to go for a jog in order for you to be open to receive more money and physical money into your life. When I look at the energetic field of these people, like, they are extraordinary. They're huge, like gifted. And I'm seeing the energy of money like all around them. Like, they're here to live it big. because their work is supposed to touch more people, it's supposed to heal more people. So they're not here to be small. So everything they need is around them. The aura is beautiful, the energy field, gold and just rich and thriving. But when you bring it into, when you come into the physical, it's almost like someone just cut the connection between those two. So you have this bright aura, but then the physical body is like, I don't feel any of that. I don't know what you're talking about. So there's a disconnection there. And the moment you bring your awareness to your body, you pay attention to your body, you love on your body, you take the steps that your body wants you to take. Whether, finally taking care of your health, finally going to bed early, finally cutting back on how much work you're doing so you can have more nourishing and, nourishing times, like hanging out with friends, with loved ones, with family, right? Instead of working all the time. Here's the thing. You're already being shown what you need to do to bring this back to balance. You are the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. So the spiritual wealth and physical wealth. If there's a disconnection, come back to that bridge. What is going on with that bridge? Is that bridge totally like broken, right? Is that bridge kind of cracked in some areas where it's not, you can't walk on it? What kind of bridge is it? Is it, examine what this bridge is. Examine what your body needs. The other part I also wanted to talk about is spiritual practitioners. You need to learn the business aspect of things. There's absolutely nothing wrong. For example, learning about, marketing, lead generation, how to stand out online, doing videos. Like, there's nothing wrong with learning these tools. These are the physical tools that you need to master. It's part of your mastery. Stop pushing it aside and start learning about it. Besides, it's fun. It can be fun, especially if you're working with the right people, right? It can be fun. Like, once I realized where the imbalance was, and I began to take care of my body, I began to take the physical steps that I needed to do. Of course, the teachers showed up for me, right? The people that I needed to be around showed up. So now I'm surrounded with people who are balanced in this spiritual and physical, who are doing this dance beautifully. And I get it mirrored to me beautifully. And I get to learn from that. And I get to be that and embody that, right? But I had to choose. I had to get to a point where I'm like, I am choosing to learn more about my physicality. I am choosing to inhabit this physical vessel that I chose. I am choosing to honor this body. I am choosing to work on what I need to, whatever it is that I need to work on physically in order to get things right, so that I can truly be all that I am and show up as all that I am, the best that I can be. Like, I want this message is coming in. The work that you're doing, it goes beyond you. You're healing. Let me get some water. The powerful healing work that you're doing, it goes beyond just you. It is for the benefit of humanity. We have reached a time where it's not just about you. I mean, it never was about you. It's never about us. We're here for a purpose, and that purpose is so much bigger than us. What do you need to do to get things back in balanced? To get your physicality in line with your spirituality. For example, if you meditate too much, now I want you to meditate, like cut that in half. So do half time meditating, the other half go for a walk. Bring in more physical tools and practices to balance your spiritual. Pay attention to your body. It will tell you exactly what you need to do. If your body doesn't feel good, the good stuff is not going to flow in because you don't have the capacity to receive it. Imagine yourself as a chalice or a cup, right? If that cup is not in good condition, it's not going to hold the water. Doesn't matter how much water you hold in there, you pour in there. If you have too many holes in there, or even one hole, what happens to the water? It's just going to come right out. Doesn't matter how you hold it, where you set it, the water will come out. So you got to take care of that hole. You got to take care of the cup so that it can truly receive what you pour into it, or what is being poured into it continuously. Again, I'm speaking to those of you, if you know what I'm talking about. You got the spiritual part down. You got that mastered, your master soul. It is the physical component that when it comes to that, you're like, this is too much. This is too dense. This is too heavy. Stop saying that and begin to embrace it, because you chose to come here. You chose to come here for a reason. Begin to accept your physicality. Begin to accept your physical reality. Not as a prison, not as a place of I'm stuck, but a place of this is how I get to express my spirituality in the physicality. This is how I get to express my spirit in the physical sense, so that others may get to experience it too. Right? Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your physical reality. And bring balance between those two. I wanted to focus more on the spiritual masters who are not receiving what they need to in order to expand your reach, because that is what is needed at this time. You're here for greater impact than what you are doing. You know this. Stop ignoring what you know you need to do. Take it one step at a time. One step at a time. Taking one step can open so much for you. Just take that first step. It will open so much for you. All right, my loves, I'll leave it there. Remember, you are already abundant. Everything that you're asking for, you already have. It is here for you. But you got to work on your container to receive it. And that container has to do with your physicality, your body, your health, your wellness, your connections, your relationships, your world, your home. So take care of that. All right, my loves, I'll leave it there. As always, from my heart to yours. Until next time. Bye.